Imagine you got 1.5 lakh rupees in cash. Which phone would you buy? An Apple? Well, honestly, they have nothing new to offer. But today we are bringing to you two of the most expensive Android devices out there, the Google Pixel Fold and Samsung Fold 5. Now, the battle between these two tech giants, Android giants, is really a tough one. But then we have sorted it out for you. We've compared all the specs of these two phones to make the decision for you easy and wise. Watch the video till the end so that you can decide on which phone would you like to spend your bucks wisely. Today we're diving deep into the specs arena to bring you a head-to-head battle between two foldable giants, the Google Pixel Fold and the Samsung Fold 5. Get ready for an in-depth comparison that will leave no spec unturned. Before we jump into the technical details, make sure you're subscribed and your notification bell is activated so you won't miss a beat of our tech insights. Starting with design, build materials are critical and the Google Pixel Fold combines a glass front, plastic front, glass back and an aluminium frame. Meanwhile, the Samsung Fold 5 showcases a plastic front, glass back and an aluminium frame. Display technology is a battleground, and the Google Pixel Fold shines with a foldable OLED screen featuring a 120Hz refresh rate, HDR10 Plus and a peak brightness of 1450 nits. Meanwhile, the Samsung Fold 5 offers its Foldable Dynamic AMOLED 2x display with a 120Hz refresh rate, HDR10 Plus and a peak brightness of 1750 nits. Under the hood, the Google Pixel Fold houses the Google Tensor G2 chipset, flaunting an octa-core CPU setup including the powerful Cortex X1 and Cortex A78 cores and a Mali G710 MP7 GPU. The Samsung Fold 5, on the other hand, relies on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset with an octa-core CPU featuring the Cortex X3 and Cortex A710 cores and an Adreno 740 GPU. Memory and storage configurations are robust on both sides. The Google Pixel Fold offers options of 256GB and 512GB, each accompanied by a generous 12GB of RAM. Meanwhile, the Samsung Fold 5 provides choices of 256GB and 512GB coupled with 8GB of RAM. Cameras are the eyes of these devices. The Google Pixel Fold showcases a triple camera powerhouse including a 48-megapixel main sensor, a 10.8-megapixel telephoto with 5x optical zoom and a 10.8-megapixel ultra-wide. On the flip side, the Samsung Fold 5 opts for a dual camera setup with a 12-megapixel main lens and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide. Battery life is essential, and the Google Pixel Fold offers a 4821 mAh battery that supports wired and wireless charging. Meanwhile, the Samsung Fold 5's 3700 mAh battery brings 25-watt wired charging, 15-watt wireless charging, and even reverse wireless charging to the table. So, tech enthusiasts, as we wrap up this intense specs battle, it's your turn to decide. The Google Pixel Fold and the Samsung Fold 5 each showcase their strengths in the spec arena, and the choice comes down to what you value the most. Which foldable tech warrior gets your vote? Let us know in the comments below, and if this specs analysis got your tech gears turning, give that like button a solid tap.